Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 12th. We are going to jump right in here, Aries, and we are going to take a look at your general energies for the week in this first row here. Next, we're going to take a look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you this week in this next row here. Sorry, I'm choking already. In the next row, we're going to look at the good stuff that could be coming up for you. And it doesn't matter what shows up here, positive or negative, it's going to be positive because that's the whole point of having a row called the good stuff, right? And in your last row, we're going to look at any messages from your guides. I feel like I need to pull this card here as well. We'll take it. It kind of was floating off there, so that's going to be that. But Aries, this looks pretty good. I feel like there's a big change coming in for you. I also feel like you're much more prepared than you realize. I've been getting these readings for you, I feel, quite a bit, where, it kind of gives me Fool vibes. You don't have the Fool here yet, but, the whole point of the Fool is that he's much more prepared for his journey than he realizes. Well, he realizes it, but when it comes up in reading, maybe you don't. You have this Winds of Change card. It says your surroundings will undergo a transition, and I just kind of feel there's like a winds of change, big changes coming in for you in this reading, and I feel it has to do with maybe a leap of faith that you're thinking about taking, or something that you've been training for and preparing for a long time, and that's really how I see this reading. I feel like you're going to be really happy with the changes that you're making, and, as I always say to you, I really feel anything fresh that you can bring into your life will be very beneficial to you. It's almost as if you are a seed, Aries, but maybe that's not the right way to put it. It's like, I feel like you're a plant that has been growing in the same ground for a very long time. And it's like time to, I feel like you've soaked up all the nutrients from where you are, And this reading is like saying to me that it's time to be transplanted, right? It's time for you to be moved. I hope that makes sense. There's a lot of growing that's going on here. 10 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. You have a lot of stuff here. So that's really what I'm getting, some sort of change. You have the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Kind of funny because I feel that this is your energy right now as far as love is concerned. I feel like you're a little bit more closed off and not so open to love, especially if there's a person who is inconsistent coming back from the past. I am getting a weird story that someone could be coming back because it's like someone from their past is rejecting them, so now they're just running to you. So I feel for some of you, it's like there could be someone trying to come back, but I feel like it's just because that someone from their past is rejecting them. I don't even think your focus is on love here. I feel like your focus is on growing, plain and simple, and changing and becoming stronger and more decisive and making decisions. So I love this energy for you. You have the 10 of Wands here. The 10 of Wands is all about growth because he has grown those wands. 10 of Wands can be considered like a difficult card or a challenging card, but really, he's about to have a harvest. That is his harvest that he's carrying. He's about to reach this home in the distance here, and, he's about to, benefit from all his hard work. I didn't even notice. Bottom of the clarification deck, you have the 10 of Wands as well, so there you go. But I feel for a lot of you that part of this change is that you're about to have some sort of harvest in your life. Here you go, Ace of Pentacles. This is my seed card. Literally, you've probably heard me say this before, that the Ace of Pentacles is like a garden. There's a garden right here in the front of the card, and it kind of represents needing to take care of something. I always say that, that the Ace of Pentacles, sorry, I just wanted to make sure that I was actually recording, but the Ace of Pentacles is like something that needs to be taken care of. It's something that needs to be nurtured, but I feel like you're ready for something new. I feel like I've said the same thing to you about 900 times over the past several readings, so it seems to be, like a theme for you here. You can't make this stuff up. Are you kidding me? Exactly what I was saying. This is definitely a Fool reading. The whole point of the Fool is that he has that tiny little sack on his back, and he's about to go on this big, long journey. He's about to go through the entire major arcana, and, the sack on his back just says he has everything he needs right here, right between his 2 ears. And so I feel like you are more than prepared for a change that you're undergoing, something that you want to be doing. With the King of Swords, yeah, I feel like if this is love from the past, I feel like you were heartbroken by this, but at the same time, I feel like you have changed. I feel like this person from the past, if there is a person from the past, this isn't going to be true for all of you, but if there is, I feel like they are the same, you are different. It's like, to me, it's, people always ask me about going back to the past, and I always say, well, that's why I don't read about it, is because I think we should just move on. I think for the most part, that's true. Of course, if you've changed and they've changed, if you've both done the work, then maybe they're coming back. Going back to a person who has changed is a different story. But this person has not changed, is what I'm getting at here. I feel like this is a person who just is like a butterfly. I feel like they just float around from person to person to person. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Wands here. Yeah, Nine of Wands is saying you're protecting something very special in your life here, Aries. Here's the thing. Is again, sometimes I think we level up, and that's almost what you're protecting here. I feel like you've kind of leveled up to a certain point in your life. That Nine of Wands is really popping into my head as protection. So I feel like you are protecting what is yours, the things that you have earned. I'm noticing a lot of protection here as well. You have that card, the Sun, which we'll talk about in a minute. The Sun is about protecting your happiness. The Ace of Swords as well can be a card of protection. Not only that, you have this Soldier card. He kind of looks like he's in a protected stance. This is coming up in the area of the unexpected. And I don't really feel, if I'm being honest, I really don't feel like there's anything unexpected coming in for you this week. I feel that you're just in this is more maybe an energy that you're embracing, is kind of prepared. Look, he's got a sack right here as well. It's like he's been trained. He's prepared to go to battle. And you have the Seven of Swords as well, which is a card of going to battle. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, I feel for a lot of you that there's really nothing unexpected here. As I always say, I split these up because it's fun for me, but, sometimes, I just don't feel like there's anything unexpected coming in, so I'm not going to make something up. And what I would say here is I feel like you're just ready to go this week. You're ready to take action is really what this is saying. You have the Hangman, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles here. The Hangman, again, I do feel there could be just those moments in the back of your mind where you're kind of overthinking things. I don't even think this is a dominant energy, Aries. I feel it's a tiny little thing where you could be thinking from time to time oh, I'm not ready for this, or, I'm not ready to do something. I feel if you find yourself overthinking things, the best thing you can do is just get started. I know it sounds simple, but, it's like if you're trying to launch a new project or start a new business or whatever you're trying to do, I really feel this is saying you're over-prepared. Like I said, Fool, that Soldier card, over-preparation as well. So the Hangman says you're enlightened. You know everything that you need to know to get started. I also do feel for some of you that there could be a Pisces coming in for you here. You have the Page of Cups, so and the Hangman definitely could be a Pisces coming in for you. I would be careful if this person's too fickle, is what I would say. But if I kind of feel it could be both ways for you. Although again, I kind of feel like you're kind of closed off to love at the moment. But I don't think that's a bad thing for you because again, I feel like you're protecting something in a good way. It's not like you're being overprotected. It's more like you just are wanting to establish yourself. I feel like you're wanting to kind of really lock something in here, like a success that you're having, or, maybe you're building a business and you just want to get it to a certain point. Same thing with a career. It's like you're trying to establish yourself in a career. And that's really what I get here in this reading. So I kind of feel that maybe you're a little bit more focused on your dreams. The Page of Cups can represent your dreams. That fish right there might be part of his imagination. And it's been a very dreamy week. I think almost everybody has had the Page of Cups this week. So, it could be one of those weeks where it just would be better for you to kind of invest in your dreams, to put the work in with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles can represent a change in direction as well. And I feel like you're seeing that other things in your life are more worth it. He's kind of looking at those pentacles and he's saying, was it worth it for me to grow these pentacles? Or maybe it was worth it, but maybe he, variety is a spice of life. He could be looking for other things to experience in his life. And I kind of feel that that's part of what you're doing. You're wanting to see how far you can take something. Those are the words that are popping into my head. So it's like maybe you're having success in business and you're saying to yourself, how much more can I do? How far can I take this? And the same thing in love. If you're in a relationship, you might be saying, can this last the test of time? Can this be established? Like I was saying with that the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. I feel like that's more of a protective, establishment energy, and that's what it looks like you're doing. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, happy home, happy family energy here. So I'd say if you're dealing with love or a Pisces, this could definitely be love. coming in for you. It could lead to a lot of happiness. I just feel some of you, this is just happiness. I mean, look, you have the Ten of Cups with the Sun and the Ace of Swords. It's like you're happy because you're winning. So you can't beat that. With the Page of Cups, I told you, fickle. I would be careful, if you have a fickle energy coming in for you. I feel that you need a little bit more of a decisive energy if you're going to be putting up with love in the first place. And it's weird because, for some of you, I feel like you could be dealing with a person. I'm a Pisces, right? I'm calling myself out here. Us Pisces, we can't make a decision to save our life. Trust me. So, for some of you, if this is a Pisces, it might be a Pisces that just doesn't make decisions, or it could just be a person, just in general, any sign who just doesn't make decisions. I kind of got that feeling. I said it earlier. So I would be careful of that energy because I feel like that you're looking for maybe something more decisive, more, kind of like having a direction, if that makes sense. Not like a Pisces. Pisces is like this, like all over the place, not an arrow, right? Pointing in a direction. It's not true for all Pisces, of course, but I feel in this situation, again, it might not even be a Pisces. It might just be saying Pisces to me because that's how I'm, that's kind of what that means to me. So I feel like you need something more decisive. And again, for some of you, I feel like this person, if there is a person coming in, perfect, that some of you could be someone who is very decisive. But if they're not, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head as a warning. For others, again, Knight of Pentacles says you're ready. Knight of Pentacles is an energy of being too cautious. So I feel like it's time for you to start planting seeds in this new direction. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have two cards, Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. Wheel of Fortune is a change in direction, and it's also luck in your destiny. The Hierophant also kind of says you're ready. The Hierophant, he has 3 levels to his crown, and they represent initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. And so it kind of just says that you've kind of graduated to the next level, which I said earlier in the reading, and I feel you're just ready to go off on this new adventure. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this loss card, you have this bluff card, and you also have this resourcefulness card. I'm going to show you these 2 cards first. So you have this loss and this resourcefulness card. You know what's interesting is I kind of intuitively feel, you see this crow is pecking at this skull right here, and it's been cleaned of everything. It's almost as if, like, the crow has turned something that wasn't valuable into something that is valuable. Like, some people buy skulls, right? I don't know why that's popping into my head, but I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like the stripping down of something that has been in your life. Kind of like the bare, whatever it is, in your life. Like maybe you lost a relationship, but it's like what's left, the skeleton, is the thing that is actually valuable, because I feel like maybe you've been stripped down because of a past relationship, but I feel like it's almost like allowed you to rebuild yourself. I don't know, kind of like a weird reading, weird message I'm getting there. And by the way, that is Jupiter and Pisces right there. We have Jupiter going into Pisces right now. You have the bluff card, and the bluff card, I feel, is like saying you're calling someone's bluff. And again, this is the area of the good stuff, so this is good for some reason. I feel it's good because it's like you're moving on. I kind of feel like there's an aimless person, or a person who just kind of floats around in your energy. Take how it resonates. It might not even be love. It could just be a person who's just floating around in your energy. And I kind of feel like you're calling this person's bluff, and it's a good thing. I also feel that card, I'm pretty sure in that deck, that card represents kind of having the knowledge to do something. So like I said, you're more than prepared. You have this resourcefulness card as well. And I kind of get this energy more of like learning as you go. So I feel like you are, again, more than prepared, more than ready to get moving on something that you've been working on. And I also feel like if you feel that there are some gaps that need to be filled in, if you feel like you don't know what you need to know, I feel this is kind of like saying, well, actually you do, and you are resourceful enough to kind of fill in the gaps, so like whatever it is that you're thinking, right? You have the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Swords here. Again, this is the good stuff. So this Three of Swords to me says that if you're letting someone go, that this is like forgiving and moving on. So I feel like you're just moving on. That's how it's positive. I also feel on the positive side of things that the Three of Swords can represent just going through a healing, which I do feel some of you could be experiencing at this time, some sort of healing. You have the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're ready to build something new. To me, the Knight of Wands is kind of like the builder in the tarot. It's not always true, but he is willing to go on an adventure. He also is willing to aim towards something that he feels is part of his destiny, which we actually see right here. Wheel of Fortune is your destiny, or your personal vision for your life. And then going up to the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords to me is like laser-like vision. To me, it is just pointing at something mentally, maybe like being like, I want to accomplish this goal, or I want to start this business, or get into this relationship. And that's it. It doesn't matter how you get there with the Knight of Wands, because he doesn't care. He's like, it doesn't matter how many twists and turns are along the way. He just is spontaneous. He adapts to every situation. I feel like you're very adaptable right now. I feel like you're very easily able to overcome challenges. That Ace of Swords, the sword is above the mountains, and it kind of represents the fact that we will always experience challenges in life, but, you know, the sword is above the mountains. It's always able to overcome any challenge, and I feel like that's kind of the energy you're in. You also have the Sun, so a lot of happiness here. Again, I feel like you're happy because of a victory that's coming in for you. So love that. Let's see here. You have the Queen of Swords. It's funny that Queen of Swords fell out right below that King of Swords. Like I said, I feel some of you are putting up boundaries, you know, against a person, clearly. I feel like this person, it's like you're calling this person's bluff, by the way. With the Sun, you have the Star. Are you kidding me? The Sun and the Star is fame and fortune. It doesn't mean you're going to become famous, although it could for some of you. But really, it's about attention. So for a lot of you, if you're trying to get attention, to get a raise or a promotion at work, for example, this is an amazing combination to get. If you're just looking to become more fortunate, if you're just looking for like wealth or building more finances or whatever you're trying to do, this is definitely, you know, just a very good omen that good things are coming in for you. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Hermit. Again, another card that really says that you're ready to go because he has climbed to the top of the mountain. He is shining his inner light. He just needs to kind of start moving forward. This is a card of introspection, but really it's a card of having gone through something. He had to do some soul searching to be able to find his inner light, which I feel like a lot of you did. Again, I was saying that it's almost like I saw with that skull on that card, like some sort of stripping down. But it's like sometimes I think in life we have to be stripped down to be able to be built back up again. Maybe it's not that dramatic, but, you know, I kind of feel that for some of you. With the Three of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups, walking towards fulfillment. So I feel a lot of you are just not willing to move towards anything that has hurt you in the past. And it's like you're very focused on yourself at this time in a good way. Again, you're not the only person that has had messages like that, but I feel like you're very focused on whatever this success is. Next, in the area of messages from your guides, you have this card that says, let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. What have we been talking about this entire time? It's like you're clearly letting go of something, or you have let go of something. Hey, I didn't even realize you have the Three of Swords twice. And so, again, for some of you, this is a person that you're letting go of. I feel like you're surprising this person because, again, I feel like they thought they could come marching right back into your life. But I feel like you're saying, no, thank you, bye. Just like that. That's it. You have the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, and the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Swords, like I said, is a card of success, a victory. It's above the mountains. It's also in perfect balance. It has these 6 golden yods on either side of the sword. And those 6 golden yods represent balance or something being in perfect balance. So I feel like you're just balancing things out in your life with this energy. With the Strength card, I feel like everything that you've done is great strength. I love readings where I get the Sun and the Star because with the Strength card, because the Strength card can represent getting a lot of attention as well. She has her hands in the lion's mouth, and it kind of just represents, you know, doing something that a normal person wouldn't do. It's like, who in their right mind would stick their hands in a lion's mouth, as I always say. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be doing something that kind of surprises people right now, but I feel in a good way. Remember, we talked about going to battle with the Seven of Swords. He's going to war, but he's doing it in a different way. He's stealing the swords. He's not going to war with this army in the background. He's taking their swords so that they can't be used against him in battle. The Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. Of course, some of you could have dealt with that, but, you know, really, the Seven of Swords is actually meant to be a positive card. It's a golden card. I don't care what anyone says. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive. The Seven of Swords is about doing things differently. It's also about being more fun. He has polka dots on his cloak, and polka dots in the tarot represent needing to have more fun, needing to do more things that you enjoy in life, and when we do those things, usually we get out of our head, and that's where the best ideas come from, is when we're out of our head. Let's see. With that Ace of Swords, here you go. This is your way to success, is just following your desires. You know, I truly believe the Knight of Wands has been coming up like crazy, and I truly believe that the Knight of Wands is the answer to the next, 10 years, probably, the next decade or so, until, 2033, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit sooner than that. But I feel the universe, and up to that point, well, even after, it's not like it's just going to stop, but I feel like the universe is really asking people to be brave, bold, confident right now, to move towards things that they desire to do, not so much just like, oh, go get a career. Unless, again, I always say that, but unless that's truly, truly deep down inside what you want to do, then, by all means, go and do it. But, if there's something else, if there's some other burning desire that you have, something you want to accomplish, being brave and moving towards that is kind of where it's at right now. And I feel like those people that do that are going to be rewarded. That's why I encourage this so much. So, I would definitely move towards your desires. With the Strength card, you have the Tower. A lot of Towers showing up. Doesn't really surprise me. I mean, I think there are just, again, between now and 2033, there are going to be a lot of Tower moments just in general. We see it in the astrology. So it doesn't really, I just think it's something that we're dealing with. I feel there could be a lot of moments where we realize that things aren't true with Neptune and Pisces until like the end of 2025. I've talked about this a million times as well. I think that, just Neptune and Pisces alone is kind of like a challenge to traditional belief. And so there could be just shocking moments in our lives in general where we thought like one thing was true, but we actually find out something else is true. Is it really that big of a deal? Probably not. But it could be just like shocking in the moment. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Hangman. Some of you have a creepy little Pisces, floating around here. I would say, like, is this person a butterfly or an eagle? It's like, that's the difference that I'm seeing in my head. I feel like if they're an eagle, meaning they have a direction, they know I'm going in this direction in my life, this is what I want to accomplish, and they're decisive, by all means, go for it. But I feel like if they're a butterfly, if they're just like, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want, and if they can't make a decision to save their life, probably a bad idea, is what I would say here with that Hangman. It's just what I feel intuitively. Again, I can't control your life. The tarot cards can't control your life. I'm actually a big fan of making mistakes, personally. So, if it's a mistake, who cares, as far as I'm concerned. But, again, I just have this feeling of, being cautious, is what I'll say. Really good reading. I feel like mostly happiness if you move towards your desires. But we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards here, Aries. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. 1, 2, and 3. For question number 1, I would say yes, but I feel like you need to focus here. I just get this feeling, again, about like whatever you're asking about could have to do with what I was trying to say in this reading. It's like, like trying to start something and, kind of overthinking a little bit. I feel like this is saying just get started. Next, for question number 2, I would say yes as well with the Hierophant. So yes, I would learn I'm also getting education here, so I would learn as much as you can about whatever you're asking about. For question number 3, I would say no. I feel like you've drawn a line in the sand here with the 9 of Wands, so I would say no. Probably asking about this, whatever this mess is here. But this looks amazing. Love it. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.